everyone, welcome back to another vlog. I thought it would be a good day to do a day in the life vlog. It's been a while since I've just filmed a singular day in my life. Today is a very magical and special day, so I thought it would be the perfect day to sort of document and share with you guys. October 17th today is the full moon and I am so excited about it. I'm sort of treating today such as an autumnal holiday. It will be an extraordinarily full moon known as a supermoon, also called the hunter's moon. A full moon to me sort of symbolizes this idea of like stepping into your own power and sort of harnessing that. It also to me means sort of connecting with a higher power, whether that is some sort of god or the universe or even like a higher power within yourself. You know, this can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. The hunter's moon symbolizes a transition into fall, which is perfect timing because we just had our very first cold day here in Texas, which is so exciting for a girl like me. It can be about honoring the dead, telling folklore stories, practicing, you know, the art of divination, shadow work, dream work, deep meditation, honoring your ancestors and the people that came before you. You can do so many different things to celebrate around this time of year. Definitely feel its energy in the air of the full moon coming. It sort of feels like this cosmic call to action where you can kind of just like take control of your life and live boldly. I find it to be very, very empowering. Yeah, it's getting colder outside, but it sort of feels like it's heating up in a sense, like the atmosphere is heating up within me to sort of, you know, accomplish these goals that I sort of set for myself at the beginning of the year. Now that it's getting to the end, it's sort of this intense feeling. For me, it's very motivating and sort of like sets my soul on fire a little bit. But anyways, today I wanted to be as mindful and magical as possible and just sort of spend the day doing magical and romantic things. I wanted to share with you my writing routine in just a minute because it is sort of magical and ritualistic. A lot of this time of year I feel like has to do with practicing rituals and traditions and stuff like that, so I thought it would be a perfect thing to share in this video. I'm also gonna go to a graveyard later. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get some stuff to make an autumn squash soup, and then later tonight when my mom gets home we are going to be celebrating this holiday together under the full moon. We're gonna make a fire, we're gonna tell folklore stories, we're gonna burn stuff. I am so excited. After I get ready for the day, one of the first things I do is some creative writing. I'll either work on my current book project, or if I'm not particularly inspired to do that, I'll write some poetry or a diary entry, so long as I'm expressing some part of myself. This has become an essential part of my everyday life. I think in order to make a habit out of doing something or finishing a project you're working on, I think it is essential to enjoy what you're doing. You have to crave it and you have to be addicted to the magic of creation. I have certain rituals that I've been implementing when I write that help me romanticize it and really get into that creative flow state. It starts here at my desk. I like it clean, but with an organized clutter of beautiful old things. All of the antiques on my desk have been passed down to me from my ancestors, whom which I channel in some of my work. Everything has a purpose. The candle I burn I purchased when I was in the English countryside. It has a fragrance of wild fig and it reminds me of a time when I was empowered to make my own decisions about my life. I also have a necklace that I wear while I write. I purchased this at a shop in Edinburgh. It has ancient Celtic carvings on it that remind me to follow my wild woman intuition. Lastly, there's a shell given to me by my sweet little sister. I hold it in my hand when I'm reading over my work and editing. It reminds me of girlhood, love, and the vast beauty of the ocean. These items are essentially meaningless, yet I give them meaning, and in that they become powerful and injected with magic. I, of course, am in a constant state of drinking black coffee out of a beautiful cup. I also enjoy listening to music when I write or work on something. Today I listened to a vintage vinyl on my record player, but even just a playlist on YouTube has worked well for me. One of my favorites is called Soft Melodies for Daydreams. I will link it down below if anyone is interested. It's not that I particularly need to do all of these things. Sometimes, of course, I get an idea and I rush to my computer and write it down before it escapes me. But this art of making it a ritual requires me to enter a state of mindfulness, and it forces me to slow down, which is something that I always need. And I think it's always worth it to make life more beautiful where you can. It gives you control and power and the ability to create magic out of the mundane.
See a man in your future, and he's gorgeous. Ooh la la, he is big. Where did this bottle come from? The pepper gives it just a tiny bit of spice.
Should I show one in person?
Because that was going to be a little bit spicy. It's called the cayenne pepper.
Let's see. What about my jealous?
I really love the sweet potatoes and the corn.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got castle. What's it about Daddy?
There's some things, though, I know for certain. Always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for luck. And fall in love whenever you can.
So Mom and I are about to have a very magical, whimsical evening. I feel like my hand is like very powerful right now. But the moon is out. We just watched Practical Magic and we're gonna go have a fire in the backyard and partake in secret rituals. One of my favorite books and my mom's favorite book is Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's a story that we both have bonded over, which is a collection of folklore stories. So I thought we would read one of them to you guys. There she is, peeking through the trees. This is Mom and I's secret witchy corner. Yeah.
I don't have, it's not in the big public sphere. It's just kind of a general grotto with its own little fire. La Mariposa, Butterfly Woman. To tell you about the power of the body in another way, I have to tell you a story, a true, rather long story. For years, tourists have thundered across the great American desert, hurrying through the spiritual circuit. They peer up the pelvis of the Mother Grand Canyon, shake their heads, shrug their shoulders, and hurry home, only to again come charging across the desert the next summer, looking some more, watching some more. Underneath it all is the same hunger for numinous experience that humans have had since the beginning of time. But sometimes their hunger is exacerbated. For many people have lost their ancestors. They often do not know the names of those beyond their grandparents. They have lost, in particular, the family stories. Spiritually, this situation causes sorrow and hunger.
The road up to Puey was built for horse hooves and moccasins. But over time, automobiles became more powerful, and now locals and visitors come in all manner of cars, trucks, convertibles, and vans. They come to see something that not everyone will be able to see. One of the wildest women, a living woman, La Mariposa, the butterfly woman. The last event of the day is the butterfly dance. Everyone anticipates with great delight this one-person dance. It is danced by a woman, and oh, what a woman.
Full freedom of expression. And everybody finds her beautiful, and this is what she is. She's not what we would traditionally call beautiful. And part of her beauty is in her abandoning to the joy of her body and just being 100% there with it. It makes her gorgeous.
She's free.
She's what?
Free.
She's free.
You're like a dragon.
Am I magic?
Yes.
I'm totally magic.
Actually, how did you do that?
I blew on the coals to like give them more oxygen, so it's flying back up.
I feel like that wouldn't work for me.
It would. But I think she's a good one to honor as an ancestor. who, like, her life might not have been all that she had hoped it would be, but she did the best she could, and she still left a legacy. Despite the hardness, she left a legacy. We're part of that legacy. And I also think it's nice to honor her because she's the same age you are right now. Stamp on it. You stink at it though. Would you like a demonstration?
No, I got it. I can do it. Oh my god, okay.
Because I couldn't see it all. Choose a card. One of the cards, the ones that they said. And then I think we should walk out and get a picture of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, we can write our little intention and put it in the fire.
Goal or the intention that should be set. Like, it's not just something to do like today or like this week. It's like, I think it's like from here to like the end of the year kind of thing.
Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. Big enough for me to see our future through. You who I wait for. You. I'm gentle. I'm funny when I'm drunk, but I haven't been drunk for 14 years. I go on trips with my friends to the beach who don't know that I'm crazy. I can do that. I can do anything. Even leave you. Because my bedroom is a sacred place now. There are children at the end of my bed, telling me stories about the friends they pretend to hate that they will make up with later. So I told her, maybe an artist has to function a little bit above themselves if they really want to transmit some heaven. My life is sweet like lemonade, now there's no bitter fruit. Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, no thought of you. My thoughts have changed, my voice is higher, now I'm over you. No flickering in my head movies projected in Bellevue. Because I captured the mood of my wish fulfilled and sailed to Xanadu. The grief that came in waves that rolled, I navigated through.
Good evening. I am sitting at my desk and outside my window I can see the moon. It's lighting up my entire room and it's injecting magic from up there and through my window and into my room and into myself. Tonight is a very, very beautiful night. Yes, it is. These opera glasses were my great-great-great-grandmother's, I believe. No, great-great. Just great-great. I love them. I wish I had a proper use for them nowadays. I was having this conversation out by the fire with my mom right now about our ancestry, and we were talking about a particular story about my great-great-great-great-great, maybe great-grandmother who was, I used to be Mormon, so a lot of my ancestry are Mormons, and she was in a polygamous marriage, and she was married off when she was 17 to this older man. He was like 35, and she went insane and presumably ended her own life. You read these stories and it's like these women and they never had a chance, you know? And I feel so grateful that I was born in the time that I was, because I feel like all my ancestry has just like is being like channeled into me, of like especially like all of the female artists in my ancestry who might have been poets or painters or something that they wouldn't have even known that they were because they wouldn't have had the opportunity to try it. I feel all of that energy being passed down into me. And I'm just very grateful that I was born in the time that I was, to be able to indulge in that part of myself. My energy, my stardust energy could have come into this world at any point in time, but it came now. And I think it's perfect timing it's perfect timing because that's what happened and that's what was meant to happen. If you can, I recommend trying to learn about your ancestry, especially if you feel sort of cosmically connected with the world and things around you. I think it can be really helpful to learn about these stories if you can. I know it is such a luxury to be able to know about your own ancestry because sometimes for whatever reason people's history just disappears and it's a horrible thing. It's one of my main reasons that I feel so empowered just to document my own life in such a way that I do. It's like you're collecting data for future generations. I'm just talking. I don't really know what I'm saying right now. I'm literally just like, it's coming from here to here, or it's coming from here and it's barely going through here and it's going to you. Thank you for spending the day with me. I have had a wonderful day and I hope you are having a wonderful day as well. And maybe you will be inspired to make tomorrow magical. Because, you know, we only have so many Octobers left in our life. So you gotta make the most of it. Thank you for being here. I love you guys and I will see you in my next one. Bye.